This is Joseph Blaubrewer for ESFI, and I'm sitting with Snute. Snute, how are you doing?
Fine, thanks.
That's good, man. How did you first get into competitive gaming, and did being the 2004 DDR Norwegian champion have anything to do with that?
I guess I've always liked to compete, and after the DDR scene in Norway started, a lot of the dancing machines were removed from the bowling halls, etc. So we didn't really have a lot to build a community about. So we kind of had to stop, which was unfortunate. But after that, I kind of quit competing and I played games more for fun. But after StarCraft 2 was released, then I kind of got back into it and wanted to compete again.
What influenced you to get into StarCraft 2, and do you still play DDR a little bit?
I used to play it a little bit for exercise, but right now I don't have any DDR things close to me. Maybe I'll start someday. We'll see. But what was the question again?
Oh, what had got you into StarCraft 2? Did you watch Brood War?
Oh, yeah, of course. I used to play Brood War back in elementary school, actually. I was introduced to it by some friends, and they had older brothers playing, so that's, I played some Brood War casually, and it was just reasonable to check out StarCraft 2.
What other activities do you do outside of StarCraft 2 whenever you're not practicing?
I used to go to university studying music, but I quit. So I still do that a little bit, like music production. But apart from that, I just spend time with friends, etc.
Did you quit university to play StarCraft full time, and do you ever plan on going back?
Maybe, but I will have to find a course that fits me, like something interesting, because economically and I don't know, the studies I were at, or the course I was taking was like a music technology, and if you're going to become a producer, for example, then you have to be 100% dedicated to it. And StarCraft 2 is a lot of the same. Like, you shouldn't really be doing it half-assed. Yeah. So when I had those two interests, they kind of conflicted with each other. So I had to make a choice at some point, and I was more motivated for StarCraft 2 at that point.
How did you get into music and like?
From an early age, my parents sent me to piano lessons, etc. So I've been doing music for a long time.
Awesome. Well, do you have any brothers and sisters, and how does your family feel about your StarCraft 2 career?
I have an older brother and an older sister. So my older brother obviously got me into a lot of gaming, and that's as the younger brother, my older brother got more into the technology part of things, running servers, etc. And I kind of stick to the games, I guess, and somewhat more of creative stuff. My sister is also, more of an artist type of person. So.
What do they think about your StarCraft 2 career?
I'm not sure exactly. I know that my sister thinks that it's really cool, and all of my friends close to me thinks that it's cool and that it's bold that that I'm doing the things I'm doing. It's kind of unique for a person in Norway to be doing such a thing.
Definitely. Was it a hard choice for you to stop going to university to play StarCraft 2 full time?
Absolutely. I know that my parents really wanted me to go to university, but if you don't have the motivation, like I had already been going to school for a long time, high school, junior high, and I was a bit sick of it. So I just needed a little bit time off. And when I get the motivation back, if I find something that's better than StarCraft 2, then, of course, I will stop playing StarCraft 2.
Well, how is the scene in Norway for StarCraft 2? Has it been growing? Is it stagnated? Or are you just the only?
It's been growing very slowly. It's a bit up and down, actually. But one thing that we always have had is like local LANs that really support up-and-coming players. That's how I also got into. That's how I earned enough money to start playing full-time, was because I won some really huge Norwegian tournaments.
Are there still a lot of those going on today?
There's quite a few. The amount has been about the same, so yeah.
Well, currently, what is the most challenging part of the game for you, and do you think any of these changes should be fixed through patching, or is it something more with your play style?
No, I mean, the challenges will always be for you as a player to improve. Like, you always have your weaknesses, and it's more about how you can change how you are thinking as a person more than how the game works and how the game is designed. So what's the most challenging for me is to simply improve and stop doing the mistakes that I do the most, and be able to become more efficient and think better in the game.
Have you ever had any thoughts of moving to Korea? or going there for a little bit to practice?
I've actually been going there a little bit to practice. I was there for a couple of weeks. I joined some friends for a vacation, so we went there for a little bit of traveling, and also for me, I wanted to play some, so I practiced there for 2 weeks. And I've also been to Korea a while back as well. But as for an extended stay, I'm not sure yet, because I'm playing in a lot of European tournaments next year. So we'll just see.
Well, how was your time in Korea, and what did you think you learned in the 2 weeks that you were there, if anything?
The practice itself is not that different. You get a lot more resistance, but in the end, it's still the same. It's still about how you approach the game and how you think during practice. It's just a bit more difficult when you play on the Korean ladder, because you get more resistance, then you're kind of being forced into doing better. Whereas if you practice against opponents that are not as tough, then it's easy to fall into the trap where you become a bit lazy. So there was a slight difference in Korea, but it's not. Some people think, that it's like this magic thing that if you go to Korea, then you will become really good, but it's not like that at all.
So you don't think you have to be in Korea to be the best player in the world?
I'm not really the person to talk about that, but obviously if you want to improve, I think Korea has the best practice environment, that's for sure.
Why do you think the European scene has had better results overall compared to the NA scene?
That's a really good question, and I don't think I'm fit to answer it. I guess...
would you say the practice regimen is a little bit different? Do you see yourself playing a lot more than, I guess, when you come here, you see some of your NA friends are just, that you feel like you're better than? Do you feel like it's because you just practice more, you have a better mindset going into games? Is it?
I guess it's a bit about the same thing as why Korea is better than Europe, but it's difficult to find a good answer.
It seems like Europe's closing the gap quicker than North America.
I don't know. I don't know exactly what to answer.
That's fine.
It's a bit strange.
Well, what is the next big step for you as far as your StarCraft 2 career, and what is your main goal you're looking to achieve?
I really want to win a big tournament. I've been placing a lot of third places and second places. So the next big thing for me would be to win a major tournament like a DreamHack or an MLG, any kind of offline event.
You think that can happen in 2013? You think you can make a big impact?
Absolutely. I've been steadily improving over the last year, and especially recently I feel like I've been able to improve a lot. So, yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, man, for the interview. Did you want to give any final thoughts or last words?
Shoutouts to my team, Team Gamers League, our sponsors, SteelSeries, Mamos.no, and also shoutouts to all my fans who are cheering for me.
Awesome. Thank you very much, man, for the interview.
You're welcome.